Hi everyone, I'm Gabby from marketing and welcome to today's episode of Be You. For today, for people who don't know, we're actually revamping the Be You Live program and it's going to be the start of our Unfiltered series. So why Be You Unfiltered? Because we want to showcase the real people, like the real personalities behind, the corporate persona. And for today's episode, we have a very special guest. Some of you might be familiar with her, some of you might not be, because one of the reasons why, because she's always like sitting down in her office, and if you don't go to that area, you might not see her that much. But without further ado, today's guest is our very own Miss Monica. Woo!
Hi everyone, welcome to You Unfiltered. Are you guys ready to hear our thoughts, know more personal things about me, and what do I do in BSA and how I impact my clients and
Yes.
especially my associates? Hi Gab.
Hi, Ms. Mon. So, for those of you who don't know, Ms. Mon is actually the head of operations, but your official title is head of the talent.
Head of Talent and Client Experience.
It's a very long title, actually, but so it's head of operations.
Yes.
So she's the head of the among the TCX. So, can you like talk a bit about yourself? Like, give the guests a brief introduction.
So, as what Gab mentioned, my name is Monica. I am the head of the Talent and Client Experience or head of operations. I am turning 2 this coming 7th of August.
Yeah.
So, I mostly handled clients and associates, and I'm happy. I'm just happy to be here in BSA.
Yeah. Actually, I also recently just turned 2, so I think I started at BSA a month earlier than you. So yeah, congrats
Yep.
to us. Yeah. So actually, I also want to talk about our theme this quarter 3. So our theme is about contribution and impact. And so that's why we chose to feature Miss Monica, because we want to talk about what it's really like, the nitty-gritty behind being in leadership roles, because it's not all just glory, and I wouldn't say glory, but it's not all like it's not as easy as it looks.
Yes.
Basically. So, with our new BU format, it's actually gonna be a bit more fun than usual. So I'm not saying that was boring, but like, but it's gonna be a bit more dynamic. So for our first segment, we actually have a bowl of questions, and we want. Okay, should I show it to the camera? Okay. So we want Miss Mon to pick one and read it out to the audience.
You know what? When I saw the bowl here, I was thinking, who amongst my associates, my TCXs, wrote the question for me? I'm kind of afraid and excited of the questions that they have really prepared for me.
Oh, actually, that's another segment. So this is from our question.
Oh,
So
okay.
there's 2 surprise segments, Miss Mon. I'm so sorry for letting you know just now in live. But yeah, that's from us.
Okay, so if you could wish for one thing, what would it be? Oh my God. I think one wish is for me to really spend time with my father. I can still remember first Toastmasters icebreaker. It was heartwarming but teary-eyed for me.
Yes.
It's because I was able to inform everyone of how did I grow up without a father. So one thing that I could wish is, if I can turn back the time, I could have spent more time with my father.
Yeah, that's a really meaningful.
Yeah.
Let me keep that for you. But thank you for telling us, Miss Mon. And after this, we actually have more. Before we get into the details, like the hot seat,
Okay.
let's play a bit of a game called the rapid fire question game. So, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so let's start. Volleyball game or soccer game?
Kind of hard. So, volleyball game.
Okay.
Why?
Yes, why?
Maybe because as early as 4 years old, 5 years old, my passion in volleyball is
Oh, okay.
there.
That's cool.
Yeah, I even applied for being a varsity
Oh,
when I
okay.
was in high school. And then things happen. I applied also as a varsity in college. And just recently, I love soccer. It's because I love football. It's because my son is currently playing football. So in the morning, the FIFA World Cup, we wake up 3 o'clock in the morning just to watch the World Cup. And once I go home, I watch the PVL, the volleyball.
Oh, okay. The World Cup is on a different time zone, right?
Yes.
Because I see people like I think they're at a certain place in Ayala.
Yes.
They stay up till dawn.
Yes, because mostly the start of the game is at 3 o'clock in the morning, sometimes 5 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
It just goes 7 o'clock if it's on a weekend.
Ah, okay.
So sometimes I come here to work. I woke up 2 o'clock, and after the game, I go directly in the office.
So how old is your son right now?
11.
So you allow him to stay up till 2
No,
a.m.? Oh, okay.
no.
Or you record?
I
Or-
record it,
Ah,
and
okay.
sometimes if it's on a weekend, the two of us and together with his dad watch football.
Oh, that's really interesting because actually, to share a bit, I'm actually afraid of playing volleyball.
Ooh.
You know, like those people at the side,
Yeah.
the like, whenever there's a volleyball game, I'm like, I'm like that. But I find it really nice that at a young age you're exposed to such sports, and I guess that's why you're so enthusiastic
Yes.
with your son
Right.
getting into. So next, I don't think this is like a rapid fire anymore. So next rapid fire question: what's your go-to comfort food?
Potato corner.
Okay.
French fries.
Yes, French fries.
Maybe because I'm also influenced by my son
Ah, okay.
and my how do you call it? My niece. So we always spend time together eating potato corner. Even my associates. If there is a buy one take one in potato corner, then it's a must that we buy.
Okay. Okay, so
Not sponsored.
not sponsored. Yes, we're not sponsored. We just like the food. So next, retail therapy or karaoke therapy?
It depends on the situation. If I go, if my head is so chaotic and I am here in the office, I go for retail therapy. Thanks to my associates, they
Okay.
always go with me. They always tell me that there is a sale somewhere.
Oh, so they enable you.
Yes.
Enablers.
Yes, and after buying the stuff, I gaslight myself. Do I really
Deserve-
need to do this? Do I deserve this? But during weekends, karaoke. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it's because karaoke is like you can just shout your heart out, sing your heart out, you know.
Yes.
So next, a movie that you watch at least once a year.
I think almost, or not really almost, every Christmas day, it's a must that my family always watches. Can I say it?
Yes.
Vice Ganda movies.
Oh,
It's because
okay.
yeah, because I think kids can relate to it. It's just that it's Tagalog, so we need to translate it because if you have a kid who grew up in Cebu,
Okay.
they have a hard time
But
understanding Tagalog.
your native language is Tagalog. Or your first language is Tagalog,
Yes,
right?
I am originally from
Oh.
Manila. We just transferred here in Cebu 2008.
Oh, okay.
And kamao ko mo Bisaya, kamao ko makasabot ko mo Bisaya.
So okay, that's cool. But I also like Vice Ganda
Yeah.
movies because it's very Pinoy humor.
Yes.
It embodies Filipino culture
Right.
so much. And then last, off the top of your head, what's a quote or piece of advice you live by?
You win the heart before you win the mind.
Okay.
If you know what's keeping the heart of the people alive, if you know what's gonna make them cry, what's gonna make them happy, that's the best time that you provide them with advices before you tell them on what needs to be done.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, whatever you tell them, if it's not, within what they wanted inside their heart, then
Yeah.
no, they will not do it.
Yeah. And also like advice or things you should do is very situational.
Yes.
So it's important to put in mind, to put yourself in other people's
Yes.
shoes. And let's look at some of the comments because there's a lot of comments actually. So Sir Joe says, this is it. Okay, what is it, Sir Joe? And then Sir Nate says, this is it, and up next will be Joe the priest. Okay, Sir Nate. Miss Karen says, hi, butterfly. Miss Lou says, excited for Coach. Hi, Miss Lou. Lyle says, go Monica, shout out. Shout out to Lyle.
Hi to Lyle, hi to Raz, hi to all my TCX coordinators. We love you. Heart, heart.
Sir Melvin says, this is our matter.
Yes.
Marieve says, shout out Monica's pod. Sawadi ka sawa Monique.
Marieve, um, okay, you already know what to do. Shout out to all my pod. Shout out to Monica's pod. I'm sorry I'm not able to give you the name of your client, but you know I love you guys.
Jamie says, the matriarch of Pamilya the head.
Pamilya Muñeca.
And she says, let's play volleyball na.
Yes, we will soon. Let's
And-
create a club for volleyball.
And Marieve says, CC ni Jamie. Okay. Thank you sa CC points.
Credit card points.
Okay. So thank you for all the comments. Keep your comments coming in, and we're going to read it a bit later. And also, if you have any questions for Miss Mon, or if you want Miss Mon to do a shout out, feel free to comment. So let's go to the heart of the matter, the hot seat. So this is a bit more serious, Miss Mon. So you and I entered BSA in the same year, 2024. And I just want to know, for people who are not really familiar with you, especially from not your pod or you don't really directly work with you, how you heard about BSA and what prompted you to apply and build a career here.
I think since I work on the night shift, there is really maybe 20% chance of me knowing BSA. I'm just so lucky because one of my colleague, one of my friends from my previous life, introduced me to BSA. And then when she mentioned to me that it's a morning shift and we are a KPO company, why don't you give it a try? I was like, okay, I'm not sure if I am ready to be in the morning shift, but yeah, let's give it a shot. And I'm just so lucky. Up until now, I'm still here in BSA.
Oh, if I may ask, how long were you working in the night shift before
A
BSA?
decade.
Oh, a decade. Okay.
Don't mind the age. Don't mind the age. I'm just
don't
saying.
make assumptions,
yeah.
guys.
I work early, so don't mind the age.
Okay. But what I'm actually curious, what made you stay in that job for a decade?
Maybe because that's the only job that's easy to apply with, and knowing that the BPO industry is very rampant here in Cebu. They are really mass hiring people.
Okay.
So without the need of you having a diploma or graduated in a course specific to what they offer, then you can apply to them anytime.
But it's good because with your experience in staying there for a decade, you're able to transfer and apply here at BSA.
Yes.
And now you're here for a good 2 years.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's great.
More to come,
Yeah,
BSA.
more to come, more to come. And so we also want to talk with you because you have a career progression over the past 2 years here in BSA. You started off as a TCX and then senior TCX, and now you're the head of TCX. What was it like to have your responsibilities change and increase over time? And what was like your coping mechanism? How did you deal with that?
I think being from a TCX to senior TCX, it's like you're influencing without authority. It's
okay.
because you don't have a title. I couldn't afford to be the hero of all the TCX, but I need to be the compass. The compass on where do we want to go? What's the direction that we need to follow? When the head of operations was given to me as a title, I think I have been doing it, but it's like you are wearing a jacket, but now with the correct size that fits you.
Okay.
The title doesn't make you a leader, but it's the people who treats you to be their leader.
Yeah. So basically, from what I understand, it's like you're able to lead people more effectively now
Yes.
as your career progresses. And that's good because you really that really makes you embrace your responsibilities. That's great. But how do you cope with it? Like, surely there are times when you're stressed,
I always ask for the why. Why? Because if we just ask how, or how did it became like that, instead of asking why it became like that, you are not able to really identify what's causing the problem. Because the how will just fix whatever problem that you have right now, but the why will definitely tell you what's the underlying problem that most people don't really see. So I didn't stop asking for the why until me myself figure out how, why is this kind of things happening.
So you really have to look deep
Yes.
within yourself and try to understand the other person too, as well as like both associates and clients.
Clients, yes.
Yes. So I remember you mentioned, not really I remember, it was just like 5 minutes ago, but you mentioned that, you worked in a night shift. And can I ask, like, what was any lifestyle changes you experienced when you transitioned to day shift?
It's a completely parallel universe.
Okay.
When my shift ended, that's the time that my family wakes up. They go to school, they go to work, and me left alone at home, curtains closed, headsets on, music on, I need to sleep. And then when my son came home after school, then that's the time that I need to prepare for work because we, we are working on a different shift. Kumbaga, he is on a morning shift, I am on a night shift.
Yes.
What made it different? I think I am more fit now. My mood swings are not that really bad. If you know me as a dragon mother here in BSA, you will not definitely like the mother dragon that I was when I was working on a night
Okay.
shift. They're always asking me, do you have your period? Why are you always high blood? So like that. And even my son noticed that I am less irritable. Before, if they ask me if we can go somewhere after my shift, I say no because I need to sleep because I have work at night. I'm just lucky that, God provided me with a shift that can manage my time, my son's time, and
Yeah.
celebrate weekends.
Yeah.
Because on a night shift, most of the time during weekends, I just sleep.
Yeah. Because like it's like your weekend will extend because it's
Yes.
Monday, right? Like,
Yes.
yeah. And it's important that you have this time with your family, especially since your son is still growing up.
Yes.
And you want his memories of you to be, good, that you're
Yes.
present. So that's great. It's good for people who have families to be in this type of shift. So yeah. So let's go read some of the comments. Miss Marnie says hi, go Mon.
Hi, Miss Marnie.
And then Sir Nate has a football question.
Oh my
It says
God.
Ronaldo or Mbappe? Is that how you pronounce?
Mbappe.
Yeah, Mbappe.
Ronaldo. Will
Why?
always be a Ronaldo fan, whatever it is. The grit that, the hard work where Ronaldo came from, we know how did he started football, how did he end up his career, and up until now, even without Portugal getting the World Cup, we know that Ronaldo will always be present when we say FIFA.
Okay, so there you have it, Sir Nate. She's Team Ronaldo.
Yes.
So Lyle says, wow. So she appreciates the advice given. And now let's go back to the hard hitting questions. So, being the head of TCX is obviously an extremely important position to be in. And you have to face both client and associates. What does it mean to be the head of the department, and what exactly is the scope of your job?
I think being the head of department, especially in operations, I must tailor the client experience for each one without really reinventing the wheel. We design scalable framework to each and every client that we allow them customization while we maintain operational efficiency. Being also the head of department sets the threshold of what constitutes to be an escalation. When is the right time for us to tell our CEO that I need your help? We need also to know, is this something that operations can handle, or do we need to tap in other department? So I feel like I am a strategic partner of the TCX, and on a daily basis, it's really important that they have someone to guide them on how we can reach our goal as BSA.
So it's a position where you have to adopt a lot of flexibility, right?
Yes.
Because not one size doesn't fit all.
Right.
So you have to apply different solutions to not just clients but your
Associates as well.
also as well. And also with dealing with different departments.
Yes.
So I'm really curious about how you handle your associates since you're taking care of a significant amount I
Yeah.
believe. Well, I know because it's in Darwin box. But I'm really curious. What's your work ethic on that, and how do you make sure an associate feels comfortable and at ease with you?
Um, I don't take my associates as my responsibility rather than they are my priority. So if an associate will come to me telling me about petty things, whatever petty things that they will tell me, how small, how big those things are, I need to make sure that I come back with them with an answer, because that's where you build trust with them.
Yes.
So if you take a look at my planner, my calendar, there is always a time wherein I need to plot my daily catch-ups with my associates. Forgive me for some of my associates who will, I cannot complete the 60 associates
It's like
catch-ups
2 months.
in a month.
Yeah.
So forgive me, but I am always here when you need me. Just send me a PM and I'll make sure to reply to all of your inquiries.
PSA to all Monica's associates. Yeah. So it's because I also think that if you ignore that, it starts to build resentment, right?
Right.
So you have to make sure that even though you're taking care of 60 associates, they all feel seen and
Right.
heard, right? So that's a very good way to lead that much people. And how do you balance managing that number while ensuring that their needs are answered? Aside from like daily or your catch ups, do you like what do you call that? Classify their needs according to priority or?
Yes. So I think being the head of department, it's important that we build a system wherein associates can voice out whatever concerns that they have even without talking to me as the head
Okay.
of operations.
Okay.
I'm lucky that we have a tool wherein they can share whatever issues that they have. There are other departments that would definitely help them in case T6 are not available, I am not available. Um, it also depends on the priority. Priority matrix is something that's really important. That's why
Yes.
when we start our day, we always check what's important, what's urgent. Is this something that can wait for 2 hours? Is this, life threatening? Something to that effect.
I see, I see. So you really have to put discern. You have to apply
Right.
discernment every day
Yes.
in your job. And since you're dealing with both client and associates, how do you ensure that both of their needs are met and there's a safe collaborative relationship between client that they both get along?
Yeah. So the closed loop feedback. So when we do our catch up with our associates, we also do our catch up with clients. There are clients who's not available to talk over the phone. That's why the operations team, we are sending the monthly progress report wherein our clients are able to provide whatever feedback that they have for the associates, whatever feedback that they have for BSA. So let's just say, for example, it's a negative feedback.
Yes.
We find ways so that we can turn around whatever negative feedback that the client has told us. If it's about learning and development, we tap our resources. Shout out to COEX.
Yes.
We tap them. We ask them how can we, improve whatever it is that we've seen on the feedback coming from the client. So as with the associates, if they have any concern with their clients, if there is something that they are shy to tell to their clients, we position it in a way that we also think, is this for the betterment of the associate? What could be the impact if we tell it to the client? And then from there, whatever it is, whatever the outcome is, we just need to be honest to the associates and to the clients.
Yes.
If we deliver, we deliver. If we do not deliver, we still need to deliver.
Yeah. So it's important that you don't sugarcoat
Yes.
things because if you try to, gloss over things, it's gonna come back to
Right.
you, right?
Yeah.
So you have to be both honest, professional as well, and just make sure everyone's boundaries are, being respected. And so let's look back at some of the comments. There's quite a lot of comments. Nate says, clap, clap, clap. Very well said. Jamie says, it's true she listens to our petty concerns, like which Zara perfume I should buy. And then Nate has another question. What is the most expensive mistake you ever made that taught you a profound human lesson, and did it change the way you see your team?
Um, I really cannot think of anything. It's because before I make a decision, I always weigh things. I always look back, what's the impact if I will be doing this decision. If my heart says 80% no, it will not do any good to your team, then don't. If Zana will tell me to do this, but I have some hesitation, I always push back. So I'm not sure, Nate, if I was able to answer your question, but let's talk offline.
Means maybe it's not safe to say in
Yeah.
broadcast. Okay, so looking back to when you first started in BSA and looking at where you are now, what differences do you see and how things are run at work, as well as your relationship with your colleagues, your subordinates, and your leaders?
Okay, take me back to the time, my first day in BSA.
Yes.
I think as a TCX, I have my own task. I
Yeah.
have my own target. I have my own team. And if I have an issue, I always ask my manager, my deputy manager,
Okay.
our operations director before. But now, being the head of operations, I need to look at the whole system. From onboarding up until did the separated employee receive their last pay? My job is to make sure that the clients and the associates are moving to the right direction, and that direction is aligned with the goal that we have in BSA.
Yes.
I just remember when I was at TCX, I used to follow instructions coming
Okay.
from my deputy manager and operations director. But now, like what I've mentioned, I see myself as strategic partner. I give honest advice, push back when needed, and if I have a recommendation, I make sure that I always have the data. Because if you don't have proof, if you don't have any evidence of your recommendation, then their trust might be, broken. For my other HODs, well, in all honesty, I used to see them as my competitors for resources.
Ah, okay. Like for allocation for the
Yes,
associates.
yes.
Okay.
But now I see them as my allies. I know and I realize that I need to work closely with them because we are dependent of each other. I'm willing to share whatever resources that I have. I am willing to break in my timelines if I see that that can benefit the bigger picture, because I know at the end of the day, they will also be doing the same thing for us.
So it's really there was really like a clear progression of growth, and from just someone taking in instructions, you had to learn how to make decisions for yourself
Yes.
and for your subordinates, as well as realizing like there's really a character development.
Yes.
Yes. So that's something fun.
Yeah.
But also it's really so much responsibility
Yes.
you have to take in.
And I think what I've learned being in the leadership team, it's not about being the smartest person in the room. It's about, trusting and empowering others to be the best of what they do. And I guess my success is not measured by how I perform, but how the operations team
Yes.
and the clients are really happy with BSA.
Yeah, because in the end, you're all one department,
Yes.
and it you have to like help each other because your KPIs are
Yes.
affecting.
Yes, every L10, we talk about our KPI.
So everyone has to like help each other
Yes.
out really. So yeah, that's basically how it is in the operations department. And as you move up in position, I keep mentioning this. You've been given heavier duties and responsibilities. Do you think that apart from how you like started treating your problems, how you viewed your problems, do you think a part of yourself has changed as you grew alongside the company?
Yeah, I'd say so,
What
Gab.
part?
I don't think you can take on bigger responsibilities and stay exactly the same person as you are. As we know, growth forces changes.
Yes.
Honestly, some of it wasn't that easy.
Yeah.
Um, Humbleness. I think also the more I've grown, the more I realize that there are things that I really don't know. I don't know how to do it. My team teaches me new things, new how do we say it? New goal unlock for the day. I've been always telling this. every time I wake up in the morning, I know that I will not be doing a routinary task.
Okay.
Because each day brings new
New
problems,
problems.
new learnings,
Yes.
new resolution, and that's just the way it is for
Yeah, yeah.
operations.
I really applaud you, Miss Mon, because you're directly working with you're directly working with people, and people they can be volatile, like
Yeah.
different personalities. So you really have to adjust how you deal with them. You have to find new solutions. You can't just sit down and then just like apply what you learned yesterday, the other
Yes.
day, and all that. So I really applaud you, Miss Mon, and shout out. And yeah, that's about it for the hot seat. Let's go back to lighter things, such as we have a few questions from your associates in your pod. These are actually anonymous questions that we got beforehand in before this live started, and we'll ask you some of these questions. So, first question is, what advice would you give to aspiring leaders?
Stay coachable and teachable.
Okay.
It's not about you getting a title, but what's important is you learning every day. It's okay if you're not the smartest person in the room. It's okay to know that there are really people who is bound to be a leader. There are really people are who will teach you a lesson if you become a leader. Um, just continue learning. Don't stop because learning continues as you grow.
Okay, that's the advice for you. No matter how hard-headed you
Yes.
are, you eventually need to learn.
Yes.
Yeah, so next question is, how do you balance being a daughter, a sister, a mother, a leader, and the head of TCX? How do you balance it all?
I don't really know now what's the balance word means. I think I've set an expectation to everyone that 7 o'clock from 4 o'clock, I am an HOD. From 7 to 4, I am slash HOD, I'm a slash TCX. Once the clock ticks 4 o'clock, at exactly 4:01, I am now a mother. So, Miss Joy, you know this. 4:01, sorry, Miss Joy, but we need to cut the meeting. It's because my son is waiting for me in the football field.
Okay.
So, boundaries. Boundaries, you tell the people what's their expectation, what's your expectation. Being a daughter, I guess, it will never stop. So long as you really know what's your intention of being a daughter, you know what what do you want for your family. I am growing, my mom is also growing, my father is growing. Sooner or later, we'll never know what can happen in the future.
Yeah.
So as long as I have the time to be a daughter for them, to be a sister to my Pia here and to my Caitlin at home, I will always be the ate that they can always count on.
Okay. And it's important that you establish and set those boundaries,
Yes.
especially since you have so much responsibilities going on. Because if you like let your work consume you,
Yes.
yeah, you might regress back to your mother.
And I guess if you don't know how to put some boundaries,
Yes.
that's the time that you will feel burnout.
Yes.
So burnout
Yes, for sure.
can lead to something. Once you're done with your work, you go home, you're burnt out. You don't have any time to spend with your family. On a weekend, especially on a Sunday, you know it's already Monday. You don't relax. You
Yeah.
will not feel relaxed. It's because oh
You're
my
so
God,
tense.
yes,
Yes.
it's Monday again.
Yeah. It's like you're letting your thoughts of work consume
Yes.
you. You're just like tense, waiting for Monday to happen. So yeah, that's a really good advice. Like, don't let work consume you. Establish boundaries or your like work-life boundaries. And we have the third question, which is bit more fun. Who's the real boss at home? You, Brian, or Cambry?
I
Brian is the name of your.
Brian is the name of my husband.
Yes.
Camry is the name of my son.
Okay.
Boss? No, I don't think we are the boss of our own. I don't know. There's no boss at home. Maybe there's also a balance at home.
Yes.
If there is a financial impact, then I need to do the decision.
Mm.
But if it's about boy stuff, then they are the ones talking to each other. But if it involves, say for example, girlfriend about my son, then it's a different kind of story.
Okay.
So Camry, if you're watching, no girlfriend for now.
Okay, he's 11 years old.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's so young to have a, have a girlfriend. But yeah, there you have it. So like here in work, we have our own like, responsibilities and all that. And the next question is, if you could swap jobs with anyone in the company for one day, who would it be and why?
Oh my God.
Like off the top of your head. Okay. Miss Mon is
Ah.
thinking maybe like just something you want to experience.
Of course, Zana.
Okay. Why Zana?
Zana, because I see her as someone who has the authority to tell us if we are moving the wrong direction. I want to
Okay.
be someone like her. You know this, HODs. If there is something that Zana would want to refine, she will always do it. I want to be on that level wherein I don't need to not maybe ask someone of my decision, but someone who can really decide. It's because they know or she knows that that decision can have a bigger impact to BSA as a company.
Yeah. So, what do you think will happen after your Zana for one day and Zana comes back?
Nothing, erase.
Erase
Delete everything.
You just want to experience.
Yes, I just want to experience. Um, if I may share, way back, I think 5 years old, 6 years old, I want to be a CEO.
Oh, okay. That's such a specific dream for a 5-year. Because
Yes.
usually it's like I want to be a nurse
Lawyer,
or
I
I
wanna
want
be-
an
yeah.
astronaut, something like that.
I used to do like hair stuff,
Ah, okay.
and then I sell it to my classmates. I sell it to the kids outside, and it just pops on my head that someday I want to be the CEO of my own business.
Ah, okay.
Way back pandemic, I started my own business, the live selling.
Yeah.
That I used to sell chocolates. From there, I think I was able to fulfill my dream of being a CEO. And then once the pandemic was over, then I go back to the normal Monica life.
So you want to like experience like your childhood dream of running a business
Yes.
again also. Yeah, that's very nice. But I think, for me, if I was Zana for a day, I think I'm gonna be consumed by stress. I also want to forget that day. So let's read some of the comments before. There's actually 2 questions left
Okay.
from your associates, and Miss Karen says amen. And then Sir Nate has another question. Sir Nate, yeah, I think this is like the 3rd question. If you could go back in time and talk to your younger self, what advice would you give?
Listen to your parents.
Mm.
Yeah. Just so everyone know, I am the prodigal daughter of my parents.
Oh, okay.
um, I don't listen to them. That's also one of the reasons why I applied as a varsity player.
Okay.
Because my mom will not let me go to school because I am so very hard-headed.
Ah, okay.
So I took the chance. I used my skills in playing volleyball and apply as a varsity.
Oh, is this for college?
For high school.
For high school, okay.
Imagine second year high school, my mom won't let me go to a school.
okay.
It's because so every dismissal time I have my tito who will fetch us at school. They don't know I'm not telling them that our schedule is just half day. My tito will be there, and I act like as if it's just a normal 4 p.m. That I go out from school. So, one advice, if I can look back on my younger self, is to listen to my parents.
Yeah.
Listen to your parents.
Because now that you're a parent,
Yes.
you realize some of their advice
Yes.
was...
So the saying goes, whatever you do, whatever bad things that you do with your parents when you were a kid, you will experience
Oh my
it
God.
exactly the same.
Like, it's like a cycle.
cycle.
Yes.
And I think I am paying that.
Oh my God. But I'm sure your son is,
Yes.
yeah, your son is a good kid. So,
Sometimes, Gab.
some, okay, okay. To Miss Mon's son who might be hearing this. Okay, so Pia, your sister, said ate slash Coach Heart. Woo, woohoo. Chelsea says, same Miss Mon, me at 4-1, bye and hello, mommy duties. Sandy says, best friend ko yan.
Hi! Hi, Ding!
Hello. Pia also says, she's the boss.
No, I'm not.
And then Miss Marnie says, mine, like mine.
Yes, mine is Marnie, mine, and then you screenshot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so let's go back to the last two questions from your associates. So someone asked, if coffee suddenly disappeared forever, what would keep you awake at work?
Coke.
Oh, Coke.
Coke. Simple as that. When I was introduced to Aris, when I started here in BSA, I was so shocked because no one in BSA is drinking soda.
Really?
Yes. I am used to, because I used to work in a
yeah,
night
yeah,
shift,
yeah.
so I need something to keep me awake. So if coffee is not available, we have a vending machine wherein you can choose any soda that you like. Here in BSA, no one is drinking
Healthy
soda.
living.
Yes, everyone is like water, water, water. I was like, okay, can you give me some time to adjust? Because my body is still adjusting. I need some soda. So to answer your question, if there's no coffee, I'm okay with Coke.
Yeah, so Miss Mon will find a way to.
I will. Fifth floor is available to buy Coke.
And the last question is, what makes you you?
What makes me me? I think with all the experience that I need to go through, um, oh my God, kind of tough question, but whatever it is that's in front of me, I need to work on those. Whatever is behind me, my past, I need to forget it. Whatever it is for me and for my family in the future, let's think it in the future. I'm not saying don't think about your future, but whatever it is that you have right now, face it right now. I don't know if I am making
Yes.
sense.
So basically, you're saying to live in the present.
Yes, live in, yes, correct.
Yeah. I actually like that type of, what do you call that, mantra, because I'm a person who overthinks. So I think I don't know if I'm a live in the present type of person. I'm an overthinker, live in the future.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good idea because you have to work on what you can work on
Yes.
right now. And that's also your work ethic, right?
Yes. So I don't usually think about tomorrow. Whatever is the task that I have for today, then I need to make sure to finish it today. But again, it depends. It depends on what's the deadline for tomorrow, if this is business impacting, if this has an impact to the financial state of the business, if this can impact the feedback from the client,
Yes.
if you know, there are really things that there are some factors that we need to consider in order for me to tell
Yes.
myself that okay, this is for tomorrow, but for now we
Yeah.
need to do this.
Yeah, it's really, your job is really heavy on discernment.
Yes.
You have to balance like which priority should I do first. And so now we're actually winding down. We're actually near the end. And before we end our live, I want you to answer the big question. What's a misconception about leadership people don't know?
I think the biggest misconception is that leadership is about having power or authority. That once you become the head, people will just follow you.
Yes.
But they really don't understand that if you are the head of department, you just don't provide, how do I say it? You just don't say that you need to do this, you need to do that,
Instructions, yeah.
instructions. You just don't need to provide them instructions, but they need to understand why are you providing them those instructions.
So they also have to feel like you have to be you have to guide them.
Yes. Guide them with a purpose.
Yeah, because I think if you just what's that term? If you just give them instructions, you're the boss.
Yes.
But if you're a leader, you have to nurture them.
Yes,
Right?
and you also need to tell them that why is it important? What's the impact if one of the, say for example, one of the TCX will not follow the process that we have?
Yeah.
I am not saying that you need to do this. I don't need to micromanage. It's because I want to be leading not with authority but with trust.
Right, right. So, like, if someone, for example, does something wrong, they have to realize why.
Yes.
You can't just say, like, oh, that's wrong, like,
Yes.
don't do it again. You have to understand the impact of their actions. And that's why Miss Mon is the head of operations, because she has the work ethos. And so, that's about it for today's live. Do you have, Miss Mon, do you have any closing remarks? Do you have any shout outs you want to, your associates? Or do you have any plugs?
Shout out to BSA. Thank you for being with me for almost 2 years. More to come. To my pod since day one, you know who you are. I love you with all my heart. To my pods who's on the other side of the production floor, even though we don't see each other, you know that I'm always a chat away. To all of the head of department, I always believe that you guys are the heart and the soul why operations is functioning right now. I guess that's it. To the finance team, I love you always.
In the end, it's all for the betterment
Yes.
of everyone.
And to Sir Chino and to Zana, I always applaud you for who you are. I always thank you for giving us guidance, especially us in operations. We are not where we are right now without the guidance that you have given to us and the support always.
Okay. So that's about it for today's BU Live. I am Gabby from marketing,
I am Monica from operations team.
and see you. Bye.
Bye.